Is your coffee killing you? Let's first have a little drink. I at least need the caffeine. But if I told you there was one thing you did every morning that is increasing your cholesterol, causing acid reflux, and increasing your risk of esophageal cancer, would you give it up? But what if I told you that that very same thing you're drinking could make you happier, smarter, and reduce your risk of Alzheimer's? Well, this is the exact confusion that we have with our morning coffee. And it's why you don't know. People ask me so often in my clinic, my patients go, "Hey Rajani, is the coffee healthy or not?" So should you drink it every day and feel healthy about it? That's what I'm answering. Or is it a guilty pleasure slowly taking your life? Caffeine and coffee can have a lot of different effects on the body. Today I'm going to be covering 5 negative and 5 positive effects that it can have so you can see if it's correct for you. I'll clear up all of this confusion and tell you exactly when and how to take it. None of this is medical advice, but you got to make your own decision. Let's move on. Many people swear by their morning cup of coffee. In fact, Americans consume 450 million cups of coffee a day. Let's start with cholesterol levels. Many people are concerned that coffee is raising their cholesterol levels, and studies have shown that consistent drinking coffee can increase your cholesterol. Now, if you want to lower your cholesterol, does this mean that you need to stop drinking coffee? Not necessarily. That's the good news. What's causing your rise in cholesterol are the coffee oils. So by using and making sure you're drinking well-filtered coffee, you can mitigate that cholesterol elevating effect. Number 2 is sleep. Do you feel jet lagged each morning, especially about the 20-minute mark after taking your coffee? It's very common. Good sleep may be the most important thing you can do for your health and beauty, but coffee could be affecting your sleep in a way that you don't expect or intend. Although we all know that coffee will keep you awake, coffee can also impact the quality of your sleep. If you're consuming caffeine any earlier than 5 hours before you go to bed, coffee can alter your body's circadian rhythm, leaving you with that jet lag feeling in the morning. Even if you felt like you slept perfectly, it's the quality of sleep. There's deep sleep, REM, superficial. Sleep is very complex and deserves a whole video of its own, which I will make in the future. Number 3, dehydration. So we need to stay hydrated to feel fit and healthy. The fact is, most people are not drinking enough water, and in fact, a study found that only 22% of Americans are drinking enough of it. But could coffee be making this problem even worse? Well, coffee is a diuretic. It means it makes you pee more often, which means your body is releasing more fluids than it should be, causing you to become, yes, dehydrated. It's a tricky balance. However, this effect is very mild from coffee in and of itself. If you're drinking anything bigger than an espresso, you're actually getting quite a bit of fluid. It's liquid. Yes, coffee is mainly made up of water. So the effect will be very small. I have a whole video on hydration. One of the best things to do is look at the color of your urine. It shouldn't be too dark yellow. That means you're dehydrated. And likewise, it can be medium yellow to faint yellow, but if it gets looking like water, there is a condition where you can drink too much of water. So be careful. Okay, on to the next. Acid reflux. Of course, this can affect sleep too, but have you ever found that you feel more acidic after a cup of coffee? Many people attribute this to coffee's acidity, but it's actually because the coffee's bitter flavor is causing your body to increase your production of gastrin, the hormone that tells your body to produce more gastric acid. This means when you drink coffee, if you want to avoid the acidy feeling, you can dilute your coffee with creamer a little bit, and that makes it less bitter and you get less gastrin. So What you use in terms of creamer, many of you don't like milk or milk products. There's many different creamers that you can get that you would be more comfortable with. I personally use whole, real, organic cream. I don't take a lot of cream, so I feel very comfortable with that. Now, esophageal cancer. I did a short on this a while ago. A few studies have shown that drinking hot liquids can increase your risk of esophageal cancer by up to 90%. That's high. So if you drink coffee, how worried should you be? Unless you're drinking coffee above 140 degrees Fahrenheit and 500 mLs or more a day, that's half a liter or more a day, you have to be one heck of a Starbucks lover for that. That's a very large venti. You're not then at high risk. So keep those two factors in mind, the amount and the temperature. This study was conducted where it's customary to drink hot tea throughout the day, meaning that the participants were exposed to very hot liquids very frequently. My recommendation for my patients is to let the coffee cool down just a little bit a few minutes before you drink it, and that usually gets it down below 150 F. And you can also measure the temperature if you're not sure what that is. Many people do. Now that I've covered some of the negative effects of coffee, I want you to think about some of the positive effects. Number one, so many people love, it's weight loss. I get asked all the time, hey doctor, what foods do you recommend for weight loss? Well, the easiest thing that we can consume to increase our metabolism is coffee. Coffee also releases hormones such as ghrelin and peptide YY, which cause the feelings of fullness and satisfaction, helping you to eat less. I especially recommend a cup of black coffee if you're fasting because it won't stop the positive effects of fasting while also making you feel less hungry. Number two, memory and Alzheimer's. As we get older, we're constantly looking for ways to stay sharp. Some evidence points to coffee and tea as ways to reduce your risk of Alzheimer's and dementia. Although the jury is still out on this one, research has shown about 3 out of 5 studies has evidence supporting an association between coffee consumption and decreased rates of dementia and Alzheimer's. So keep your eye on that. This is evolving, but it's something you want to watch. Number 3, decreased risk of disease. Several Harvard studies have been published about the effect of coffee on various diseases, and researchers have found that those who consume anywhere from 1 to 5 cups of caffeinated coffee a day greatly reduce the risk for Parkinson's, type 2 diabetes, and endocrine cancer. Who knew that morning cup of coffee could reduce the risk of overall disease? Number 4, increase mental and physical performance. A lot of people focus on this as we're getting older. Performance is very important because quality of life is very important. Before you go to the gym, you may want to consider having a shot of espresso on your way out the door. Caffeine has been shown to increase athletes' performance to the point where some sports leagues, such as the NCAA, have set an upper limit for caffeine that their athletes can have. How many times you watch a hockey game and they have a Tim Hortons coffee on their way to the arena? Very common. My games are a little late. I'm always looking for coffee, but I play at 8, 9, 10 at night. Coffee shops are now closed. It kills me. I love a little shot before I play. Caffeine is also the most effective ingredient that is used in pre-workout supplements. So if you want to get the most of your gym time, consider some caffeine. Number 5, it makes you happier. Nothing wrong with being happier. We need some of that. There may be a reason you aren't yourself before you've had your cup of coffee. A lot of people say, I'm not myself when I wake up. A study showed that coffee increases the body's production of dopamine. So in addition to the boost of energy you crave, you may also be overall happier. Dopamine is the happy neurotransmitter in our brain, and it never hurts to have a little shot of dopamine and happiness. So, what do you think? Do the benefits of the coffee outweigh the risk? Let me know in the comment section below. What's your favorite coffee? Like it or don't. Stay tuned here. Keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant.